Now, if you remember in some of the previous lessons, you'll remember how we talked about blocking in. You can see I'm taking it to another step here. One of the key things is to try to get rid of your boundaries, your borders, so that they overlap each other. So in this situation here, this is a door which has white paint on it that's kind of chipping off. So what I'm really kind of doing is just kind of getting the wood color underneath it first, and then after that, then I'll start to work on getting the white paint to look on top. So I try to work from the background all the way to the middle to the foreground. So again, all I'm doing is just coming in here and I'm just blocking in my colors. Notice, even if this blends close together, I'm going to change that later. Notice here where I start to go over, I want to try to get rid of those lines that I originally did in the acrylic. And I'm not too concerned with the borders at this point. Notice how I'm blending it. The one color is kind of blending into another. I think that kind of gives it a really nice effect. That softens up your edges. So I'm just working on this here, just to kind of get the color of the door behind. And again, it's such a thin, transparent layer that I'm not too concerned because I can still see all of the image that I took the time to draw because it's such a thin, transparent layer of the color. So I'm working here. And one of the things I never will do, and I started to do it over here, but I'll never use black. Black is really lifeless. There's not much to it. So one of the ways to create a great black, and I'll show you in a couple of seconds when I go over that part, is to use alizarin crimson, phthalo blue, and I like to use a burnt umber. Okay, so I'm just going to come in here just to kind of get this area so you really can start to understand what blocking in means. Notice how I'm not putting any detail into any of this until I have all of the colors blocked in. Once I have that, I start to go on my second layer and my second coat. So over here I have a mixture of burnt umber. Actually, I'm going to do it again over here. I have my red, my alizarin crimson. I have phthalo blue, and I have burnt umber. Create that as my black, and it really is a great black. It's not, it has some color to it, so as you can see when I start going over this, it really does look like black. But it has some life to it, so it's not just lifeless. So continue working on blocking in all your colors, and once you have all your colors blocked in, then we'll take it to the next step, which is phase 2, where we can start to really start to mold our object, start to put in some shadows and value to really make it work.